Why in the hell is it so cold? Why? Dude, today, when I left the house to come to work, I went outside the door. As soon as I walked out the front door, a cloud came down out of the sky and slapped me right across the face. That's how cold it is. I got in the car. I was driving on my way to work. And on my way to work, I passed a snowman in somebody's front yard, and it had a sign that says, "Give me a coat, please." You know how cold it has to be for a snowman to say it's cold? Jesus. Yeah, speaking of Jesus. If he was born here, I could just imagine him saying he needed a coat. He comes, you know, he's born off the Virgin Mary. He's sitting in his little manger there, and he's probably like, "Jesus, I'm cold." That's why everybody says Jesus, because he said it first because of how cold it is around here. You know, it's so cold. My coworker's dog, when they let it out in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, it ran away, and it ran down the street, down to Sunoco to get a hot chocolate. That's how cold it was. It said, "I don't even care if this kills me. I'm that cold, I need something." When my coworker found his dog down to Sunoco, it had an icicle hanging off of it made out of urine. That's how cold it was. Jack Frost changed his name to Jack Frozen. He said, "This is just too ridiculous. I can't take this anymore. There's nothing to have frost on it. Everything's just frozen." I woke up, it was literally 1 degree outside. 1 asshole degree. 1. You know, we got snow on the ground up here, and up in Erie, my friends up there, they got about 5.5 feet of snow. The snow is so cold that even the snow said it needs a blanket to keep warm, because it's just too cold. It can't tolerate it either. Okay, so in the middle of the night, I woke up because I heard heavy breathing coming from down in the basement, and I thought maybe somebody was down there just trying to keep warm, so I wanted to go down there and check it out to make sure there was nobody in the basement, you know, check the situation out. I went down there. It was actually the furnace. The furnace had shut off for 5 minutes just to catch its breath, because that's how much it's been working the last couple of days. And it was literally sitting down there sweating. I said, "You want a beer? Cool down. I feel bad for you, brother." And it actually said yes. It did. So I gave it an ice-cold beer. And the furnace said, "Thank you. But now I got to go back to work again because this is just insane." And I said, "Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there, man. I got your back." When I got in the car and started driving away, I thought I saw the sun up in the sky. And, like, I had to do a double take. When I looked, it had a suitcase and said, "Screw this, I'm going to Florida. It's too cold up here." The sun can't even take it. That's how cold it is around here. Penguins. Penguins, not the Pittsburgh Penguins, but actual penguins have said, "Nope, nope, I can't take it. Nope, we're out of here. We're going to the Bahamas. It's too cold for this around here." When I looked at the thermometer to see that it was 1 degree, I had to look at it and do a double take. I was like, "What?" I looked at it. It had a glove on its arm because that's how cold it was. And at the bottom, it had a little note that said, "This is just disrespectful out here." It is so cold outside that when I was wearing my hat, my Penguins tassel hat, my hat said it needed a hat. That's how cold it is. My gloves needed gloves. My coat needed another coat to keep it warm because my coat was cold. It is so cold that the devil came out of the ground and he was getting ready to claim some more victims to go down to hell with him. And he came out of the ground. He's like, "Oh, no, I'm taking a day off. Forget this." He went right back down. So some people's lives were spared. I'm not even kidding you. There were gangs. I heard there were gangs around Pittsburgh, you know, ones that do drive-by shootings. I heard they weren't even using actual guns anymore. They were using flamethrowers just to keep themselves warm. You know, they said they would rather burn to death than get shot to death. That's how cold it is. Homeless people had signs. They scratched out where it says "Feed me," and it just said "Warm me" on it. That's how cold it is. When I got in the car, there was a thin layer of ice on the windshield, and normally the washer nozzles take care of that. When I pulled the thing on the steering wheel to activate the washer fluid, the washer nozzles actually climbed out of the hood and flipped me off. They both gave me middle fingers. I said, "What in the hell?" What? They said, "Nope, not happening." And then the ice on the windshield just started laughing at me. That's how cold it was. Polar bears even said, "Nope, it's too cold for this. We're going back and hibernating. Forget this. I can't deal with this." I heard sirens going by the house, So I have a little police radio app on my phone, so I turned it on, and you know what they said? They said a house lit itself on fire just to keep warm because it was that cold. And I believe it, because it is that cold. It was 0 degrees last night, and right now it's 1, like I was saying, 1. I went back in time. I jumped in a time machine this morning, and I went back to the Ice Age, and I brought some people that lived back then back to today here, and even they said, wow, this is too cold. This is insane. Take us back. They would rather live back in the Ice Age than in this crap here. I swear, old man Winter, he must have taken some kind of pill to make him young again, because he's not disappointing. He's performing quite well, if you catch my drift. He must literally feel like he's in his 20s again and ready to party, because he made it this cold for no reason. This is just unnecessary. It is so cold out there, I think the sun died. And no, it didn't even become a supernova. It didn't swallow the Earth whole or anything. It just went pfft, like a dud firework. Unnecessary. It's just cold for no reason outside. It is just cold for no reason. Alright, well, I gotta go because I'm at work. I gotta go get my next car, so just stay warm, guys, and stay awesome. And if you don't have to go outside in that crap, don't, because it's just too ridiculous. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. This is just ridiculous. This is bull crap. I can't deal with this shit anymore. This is just ridiculous. I mean, look at this. I feel like Randy Parker. I can't put my arms down. I can't. Alright, well, I gotta go get my next car, so I'll see you later.